What's good, babes? So we're gonna get right into the makeup video. I'm going to be doing a full face of Fenty Beauty, and the two products that we're going to be focusing on in this video is going to be the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Powder Foundation, and also we're going to be using the Mocha Mami Bronzer by Fenty Beauty. We're going to be using the highlighter by Fenty Beauty. This is Mo Honey and Afternoon Snack. And all the other products I'm going to be using are going to be Fenty. My setting powder, my primer is Fenty Beauty, and my liquid foundation is going to be Fenty Beauty as well. So what I'm going to do to demonstrate both products and how they work on their own versus how they work all together is I'm going to be doing half of my face using the Soft Matte Powder Pro Filt'r, and I'm going to also be using this side of my face either by itself, so I'm not going to be putting liquid foundation on and setting it with the powder. I'm going to just be doing just the powder and then the bronzer, and then on another side of my face I'm going to actually put everything, so the liquid foundation, and then I'm going to actually set it with my Fenty Pro Filt'r powder. So let's get right into the video. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started, guys. So I'm going to again be applying just powder to this side of my face where I have blemishes. I just got this pimple this past weekend. So I have done my brows off camera, and I have primed my skin off camera, again using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer. It looks like this. Oh, here is the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Powder Foundation. I got the color 410, and I have worn this foundation prior to recording this video, so I can definitely give you some reviews, accurate reviews on how it lasted and all that good stuff. I absolutely love this powder foundation. I'm so glad that Rihanna decided to introduce a powder foundation, because I love to use powder foundations to set my liquid foundations whenever I use them. It helps to prolong your makeup, and it also, if you like your makeup to look matte like me, I love the finish that it gives, because it can make sure your makeup stays matte all day long. Now this is the packaging. I always love Ree's packaging. I do wish that she didn't have white packaging, because as you can see, it tends to get dirty quickly, but whatever. So here's the powder foundation and how it looks. As you can see, I have used it. The Fenty Beauty label or imprint is almost gone, but here that is. It comes in a compact mirror, and then it also comes with a powder puff. Now, I don't use this powder puff to apply it. I actually like to use a different brush, but I do like to use this powder brush to help with blotting. So throughout the day, if my makeup starts to get oily in some spots, I'll go in with this and help with getting the oil. And if I need to retouch anything, I will use this for retouching, but as far as using it to apply my makeup, no. So I am going to go in and apply some concealer under my eye, and yeah, so let's go. Gonna go in with my Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Concealer, and I'm in the color 370. I'm using the color 370. I like the color 370. Now, y'all, I'm still working on my lighting, so my lighting might be a bit off, and it might make the color look a bit different on camera, but it's getting there. It's close enough.
And I am going to go in with a pretty thick layer. And now normally I would not apply my concealer first, but because I am doing this side of my face with just the powder, I'm going to apply my concealer first. And when I go in with the Real Technique Beauty Creams, are sponge to blend out that concealer. I'm going to bring the concealer above my eye, because I do plan to put a little bit of color on my eye as well. And I'm going to use my concealer as a base for the eyeshadow that I'm going to put on.
Now I'm going to go ahead and set my concealer using the Fenty Beauty translucent powder in the color Honey. Well, this isn't translucent, the Fenty Beauty setting powder in the color Honey. Alright, babes, so now we're going to go into the staple product of this video. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. powder brush with a flat top. It's super dense to apply this powder foundation. The reason I'm using this brush is because I want full coverage, because I'm only just using a powder on this side of my face. And as you can see, this brush allows me to do that. So I'm just dipping it into that Fenty Pro Matte Filt'r powder and literally pressing that into my skin. As you can see, I have some discoloration. I have a pimple there, so we're going to really put this to the test. Now, I did wear this all over my face, just the powder, and I will say that it held up beautifully for about maybe 2-3 hours. I want to say after 4 hours max, I started to get really oily, and I needed to reapply and blot. So be mindful of that. If you have combination to oily skin, you definitely want to get a nice mattifying primer, because the foundation did not hold up for me at all. I was super oily by the end of the day, the foundation powder by itself. But as y'all can see, it applies so beautifully, and it is velvety smooth, the finish is, and I just absolutely love it. The powder actually reminds me of the MAC Studio Fix powder. I don't know if y'all familiar with MAC, and you know, it used to be the OG Studio Fix fluid line that MAC has, but that's what it reminds me of. And I love that MAC Studio Fix powder, and that's exactly what this reminds me of, just with a little bit more coverage and a little bit more pigmentation. Now, I did get the color 410, and the reason I got the color 410 is because I felt like the color 420 in the powder is not the same color as the 420 liquid foundation. Like, I kind of feel like the color 420 in this powder is a little bit darker than the 420 liquid foundation. So I opted out to get color 410, and it matched perfectly. So keep that in mind. As you can see, y'all, I'm using a fluffy brush to just buff out everything and blend it in so I can have like that seamless, flawless finish, and it does not look cakey. So here we are. I feel like this looks so good, y'all. Look at this side of my face without the powder foundation, and then look at this side with it. Look at that coverage was just the powder. That's so good, y'all. If y'all don't go out and get this, what you doing? What are you doing? This looks so good. It gives me so much coverage. I feel like just the powder for me, I used to wear powder like as a daily, you know, in the daytime when I don't want to put like a full face of makeup on. I'll just do some powder and, you know, some mascara, and I can still get a good flawless look. So now I'm going to go in with this beauty here. This is the Mocha Mami Sun Stalker bronzer. And as y'all can see here, y'all, this stuff is red, honey. She has a very, very deep red undertone, and it is very, very, very pigmented. So you want to make sure you use a light hand when you're applying this, unless you want to go for a really deep dramatic look. But you really do not need to like go in, because it is very pigmented, very red. So you see me applying this on with a light hand, and I'm also not using a heavy hand because I'm not really trying to go for a contour type of look. I'm really just trying to bring some warmth and some definition back into my face with this bronzer, and this bronzer is definitely achieving that for me. I love this bronzer. It's going to be perfect for this summer, because in the summer, you know, I get a little red, more, you know, melanated. Right now I'm kind of pale, but it still looks bomb. Now we're going to go in to apply our liquid foundation. Obviously I'm using RIHANNA's Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation, liquid foundation, and I'm in the color 420. And, ooh, excuse me, girl, get some water. And this, I love this foundation. I definitely recommend using a nice matte primer if you're going to be using this foundation, because I do get oily at the end of the day, and I have combination to oily skin. So get a nice primer if you want it to last all day. And I'm just using the RIHANNA setting powder as well. And now I'm going to go in with the powder in color 410 and apply that on top of my foundation. I love to set my liquid foundations with some type of powder, and I honestly preferred the side of my face with the powder and the foundation versus my side of my face without the powder. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of that, though. I feel like if I wanted to do a everyday look, I can go in with the powder by itself, but if I wanted to do like a night and get more full coverage, go in with both. And as you see, I'm applying that bronzer, and it just looks so good on top of the powder and the foundation. Like, you can see the pigment come up more on that side of my face. So now I'm going to go in with Afternoon Snack, and I'm going to be applying that as my highlighter. Y'all, these highlighters are bomb. I don't have nothing bad to say about them. They're super pigmented. You can even try to use these as eyeshadows if you want. But yeah, Afternoon Snack is amazing. Bomb. It's more of a silver undertone, and then Mo Honey is more of a golden undertone. So here's the finishing result, y'all. This side is without the foundation. I'm sorry, with the foundations on the right and without it on the left. Y'all let me know what y'all prefer and what y'all think looks the best. The side that held up the best was the side that had the liquid foundation and the powder. But y'all let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions or concerns, drop me some comments down below. And thank you so much for watching.